Hi Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month July tarot and oracle card reading. This is a reading for all Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You have the card of Wonders from the Sacred Destiny as a theme. I love this card. It's like the Magician. That's what it reminds me of. It's a card of things happening that just feels easy. It feels like dreams come true. You've got the pink quartz crystal there, but let us consult the tarot and see what else you need to know. What guidance do you have for Virgo, please? What does Virgo need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Virgo? Detailed Celtic cross style reading followed up with two different oracle cards here. Current situation, the Two of Swords. I can see why you're here. Oh God, the immediate influence is the Four of Swords, but good thing. Things are looking up. The Nine of Cups is in your subconscious. The Wheel of Fortune, the distant past. The Eight of Swords, the more recent past. Got the Devil coming at you. You're represented by the Page of Wands. You're attracting the Seven of Cups. You've got the Page of Pentacles. And the Magician in the outcome, double magician, okay? Didn't we say that? You love to see that in the outcome. That's where you bring heaven to earth. That is where your life takes off. So let's see the bottom of the deck here. We've got the Emperor, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. What a beautiful energy. We have Aries, Capricorn. Technically, we have all the elements with the Magician, but with the Wheel, we have Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius here. Well, I feel like you have better times ahead. This feels fun and frisky. Now, the Emperor, too, is about organizing and rules. So if you've been waiting, because you have a bit of a weight showing up here, if you've been waiting on somebody who just is kind of messy, like they keep dropping the ball, I feel like it may be time to take the upper hand with the Emperor, because the Emperor follows through. The Emperor will not let one get past him. In fact, years ago when things shut down, I had a trip planned and I had bought travel insurance. Long story short, my best friend is an attorney and she said, look, they're going to try to outrun you with the insurance. They're going to try to keep putting you off, hoping that you won't make your claim or follow through. Well, guess what? I followed through and I got my money back. But there were hundreds who didn't, because that's what she basically said, is they'll keep waiting. With the Emperor, follow through. Okay, it's that energy of discipline and follow through is what they keep saying. And so I feel like it is, because what it does to me is it's giving this a counter punch. Something here, if it's like you haven't heard from somebody, you've had a, like a contractor, or even with a job, if you feel like you have to chase them down to get an answer, I feel like there is something about going on to something new, because it can be very confusing, especially with the Seven of Cups where it is. When you have to keep pursuing someone and they should be wanting you, your business, your, if it's a relationship too. There's something about that the Devil to me in this energy feels a bit off-putting, but I do feel like you have this coming in to help you. I heard save the day. I mean, I like him. He does get the job done, but with the Magician in the outcome and the Nine of Cups in your subconscious, I feel like you're going to be doing just fine with this. But I also too want to show you this Knight of Cups. All this watery energy. I do think that you will enjoy this, especially too. You've got wish fulfillment. You've got one of the fairy tale cards here, but you've got the energy of moving forward in true delight. So if it is a relationship, you have one coming in here that I feel like it comes in just at the nick of time. Like it's like you've almost given up, or you've kind of been looking at your options and going, I'd rather be alone than be in that. No thanks. I feel like finally with that Magician energy, it's somebody who brings a lot to the table. And I do feel like it comes on suddenly. Okay, remember that. Isn't that Billy Ocean that sang the song Suddenly You're in Love? I feel like it's that, okay, where you all of a sudden you go, whoa, I did not see that coming. So with this energy though, I will say I love the Knight of Cups. It's very romantic energy. But I will tell you too, with that Six of Cups and the Emperor, it's also going to be very helpful energy. So if you need to get something resolved, I feel like finally, Virgo, things are going to get resolved after what feels like a bit of a runaround. Okay, and it really is, and it feels fair. It feels like something you've been waiting on that is owed to you or due to you. And so with this Two of Swords, Four of Swords energy, the Two of Swords is being caught in the middle. And so I feel like the ball has not been in your court. Now that Two of Swords too, her blindfoldedness, part of it is she's so emotional she can't think. And you know we can't problem solve when we're panicking. All of a sudden when we panic, our brain just goes into that brainstem functioning. It's like, blue, I don't have anything left to come up with. So I do feel like with this too, what it can do is really ignite the emotions with that Two of Swords. It's a highly emotionally charged energy. The bottom sword is fear. The top sword is anger. We've got to put those down. I mean, when you look at her, she can't even stand up holding those. So I do feel like this is a time with the Four of Swords that will be very helpful, because the Four of Swords brings in a bit of a break. So it helps get you back to center. So it's not as emotionally charged. Now, if you've had a breakup, you do have reunion here. The only thing I would caution you with it, and you know the cards are your best friend who always tells you the truth, is just being careful to not get into an old pattern, because you have it all over the reading. And the Seven of Cups is like, take off the rose-colored glasses. So meditate, quiet the mind. If there's too many people involved, if it's a reconciliation that you're asking about, you're getting too many people's input, I just feel like it's just keeping the wheels spinning, you know, because everybody has their opinion. But guess what? You have to live your own life, and we all have free will here. So you can do what you want. But with that Four of Swords, I do feel like it's very helpful. It's like that nudge to say, hey, let's get time for you. You're not battling anybody. It's a card of letting things be. And it's a card, too, of hanging up that emotional energy so that you get yourself back to center and can move forward. With the, actually, I think it was like this, wasn't it? Yeah. With the Nine of Cups in your subconscious, here's where things start to happen. That Nine of Cups is such a joyous energy. He's sitting pretty. He's appreciating all those cups. Everything is good in this energy. So what you're pulling and drawing from is this. And so when people ask, how do I know it's in my subconscious? Well, look at the people you're starting to draw in. What kind of people are you meeting? New people. Are they nice people? Are they helpful? Do they make you feel like you want to go hide when you see them, or you want to go right to them? It's this, if you want to go right to them. And so something here is going to be moving. It's in terms of moving you emotionally and kind of tipping the scale. We're moving the needle into the positive is what I get off of this. The needle moves into the positive. Now, if you also, too, with this, it is a card, it's happy with things are, with how things are, but it's not quite in the place of completion. That Magician energy will help move it over the line so that you'll really be on a nice trajectory here. And if it is a job, you have multiple choices coming in, but I feel like too, if you have an opportunity to work for yourself, I feel like with that Magician, because he's quite an entrepreneurial energy, you're really going to enjoy it if that's something you've been working towards. Or even if you're doing some freelance or consulting, I do feel like it's going to be a very positive experience for you. So this Wheel of Fortune got things going. The wheel also helps you know what to let go of and what to hang on to. The wheel always moves in your favor unless you hit the brakes on it, unless we stop the trajectory and movement of the wheel. And sometimes our mind gets into play with this and we go, oh, it's too good to be true. I feel like if that's the case, if you passed up on something and you're regretting it, it's showing up in the Eight of Swords Devil. And it's showing up here too, because the wheel is actually good fortune. It's never the wheel of misfortune. It is a rotation. It is an evolution. It's a turn for the better. And so I feel like too with this, even if it passed you passed up on something and you regret it, look, nothing is wasted in God's economy. So there's more for you. There's an unlimited universe. There's going to be more. But if we get into the place of kicking our own hiney over it and being like, why did I do that? Look, it's all okay. We all do it at some point. And if it's meant for you, it'll come back around. What's meant for you won't leave you. What's meant for you will not miss you. Okay. So with this Eight of Swords, I do feel like there's been a bit of guilt going on around you, feeling like just feeling hard on yourself is how I get it. And I feel like it's needless. This Eight of Swords is a self-imposed prison. She thinks too much. She has too many people running their mouth and telling her what to do. It's just way too many people. But this water in front of you, that's an emotional energy when we start to see the water in the cards. It feels like, I said, more like to me, guilt and sort of being hard on yourself. And so with this Eight of Swords, it's time to move out of that, because eights are great numbers in the tarot. They are about rhythm and momentum and moving forward. They're magical numbers. They represent the infinity sign. So with the devil is in the details. We know that, don't we? all of the things about yourself that perhaps you've avoided or denied, you might need to face out and bring them out into the light. Look at them. If it's an old pattern too, let it begin with you. Let yourself look at, how did I get into this situation and what can I do? It really is a card that tells us to stop running from our demons, and they're going to stop chasing us. So if there has been something there that you've avoided, it may be time to kind of take care of business, is how I get this. It is time to gain control, and we see this. So if it's something too that you felt like you didn't have control over, we mentioned that with the Emperor coming in, like money that's owed to you or something, I do feel like they keep saying your diligence and follow through will pay off. Because with this too, he's slothy, he's unorganized, he's a mess. I mean, really, I'm no offense to him, but he's bondage. He's slave to material. He just is, does everything with a shortcut. So I do feel like if something came across like that, I feel like you're going to fix it finally. Now, this represents you, which I like a lot. The Page of Wands is such a go-getter. And it's also, too, your ability to take things in stride, to laugh at some things periodically, make light of things, keep it easy. I'm telling you what, when you do that, you are going to attract people around you. It'll be fun. And so with this, if you have a new job, I feel like you'll hit the ground running. They're going to be very impressed with you. This kind of energy is the kind of energy people want more of you. And it also sets the tone for relationships. So if you are single and you're kind of having fun mixing it up with different people, and I don't mean dating, I mean just interacting, and you're saying, this is kind of fun, I feel like that's going to really attract people. So you're going to have more than one coming for you, just by the way. And I also feel like, too, you're going to have to be selective with that you're not giving mixed signals, and that you're not giving anybody a signal that you're interested if you're not, especially if you know straight away, because we don't want to deceive anybody or have them be confused by something. It really is a fun, uplifted energy, but I feel like the boundaries, clear boundaries, are part of the deal. So the Seven of Cups energy here, it is a lot of different offers and opportunities. It can be the Daydreamer's Torment card, so we got to be a little careful with this. I told you before, it's like they're telling you to see things, for what they are, and why limit yourself? Okay, that's what this really comes down to. And so, you look at things, you analyze, but pick what makes sense for you. Not going with something just to settle is how I get it. It can be a card of a little bit of stagnation. So it can be one of those times where you have to kind of step up and lead, especially with the Devil being here. Now you have another page here. This one brings in good news financially. So if it is about a job, even if you've been doing kind of a patchwork of jobs, I do feel like you have something coming in. But I mentioned before, I feel like you're going to be getting into this place of having a lot of autonomy with money. Okay, because the Magician, this great Magician, know thyself. Like I said, when we talked about not selling yourself short or picking things that aren't really up to your standards, this is self-awareness, and it comes when you create your own life. This is knowing your worth and knowing that the best is yet to come, and it's happening now. This is the outcome. And so with this, it's after that leap of faith that we take in the hero's journey with the Fool. When you get into this energy, this is where things really start to show up in your life. It's making things happen. It's like I said, it kind of that follow through piece with the Emperor. He's got the red robe of desire. The Emperor does. So does the Magician. So with this, it really is a turn of events. It's going to bring in more. Ultimately, your feelings are the secret, though, and the Magician is at play. So mind your feelings, but you do have a relationship coming in too, especially if you've been having quite a bit of interest that you just haven't felt was for you. You're not interested back is what I'm trying to say there. Okay, you've got the card of the Moon from the Fortune Oracle. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move forward confidently, okay? So with a job or money, don't get stuck up in that Seven of Cups energy, not for too long. And this is from the Whispers of Love. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And the cards were saying it too. Good things are on the way for you, Virgo. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.